You are in a whole new, different timeline. Like he exalted us. In other words, he exalted us in front of our enemies. That's why folks is looking at you kind of crazy. Hey, welcome. I'm just letting you know it's a celebration right now. And you gonna ask me how? Well, compare to yesterday and today. Now we know every day is different, but is it working for you? The things that you did, have you been doing, is it still working for you? No, it probably not will be. Because the Most High canceled that. He canceled those old routines and then that old cycle. It's done. It's like not even existence. Like he cleared it out to where, it's not even an existence. And some of you guys may be figuring that out or going to start figuring that out. But I know the Most High wanted me to know right away. He wanted me to know right away because I'm not saying I'm an organized freak. But sometimes I may have OCD in that area to where I got to make sure my T's is crossed and my I's is dotted. But the Most High, he put a big X on all of it. He like, no, you're not doing that. None of that is purpose filled. Like, this cycle has ended. And this is why folks is kind of looking at you like, okay, what's next? Because they want to be all up in your business. So they trying to fit. They know that the stuff that they doing, far as what they've been doing, that's trying to like sabotage you. That ain't even working. Like they already know that their time is up. I'm talking about the new recruitment. Because remember, the adversary, he always recruiting. The old people, okay, fine, he don't care about, right? But he'll always put a whole new lineup in. But the Most High is canceling that. He like, no, she ain't going through that again. He ain't going through that little, that battle that we already know what the end result going to be. I'm not going to waste her time anymore. I'm not going to waste his time. That cycle has ended, You're going to be seeing demons try to squeeze up in and they going to get themselves embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all time is up. There is no place for you to even speak or have no type of light of nothing. Like the Most High have closed shop on these demons and these devils. They keep coming because the devil keep recruiting them to come at you, but you already got the victory. You can't keep coming on here and keep showing up, in different vessels that the people is sold out to. Because what he's using is soulless beings. You know what I'm saying? Folks who already sold out to the devil. But the Most High said, you're not about to waste time on my child no more. He elevating us. This is an elevation that nobody can stop. They can't even try to point a smear campaign at you. You know what I'm saying? That's all done away with. They can't. Your character has already been out there, ma'am, sir. It's already been approved and checking the cash of who you is. It'd be dumb for this enemy try to come in and try to sabotage your name as if nobody know about you. Come on now, you well known. Some of the people that come up to you that you don't even know, and they know you though. You be like, wait, who are you again? No, I just remember you from. You be like, huh? You don't even know them, but they seem to know you. Folks know you. Most High said, man, this old dead cycle is over. We already did our job. We already made our name across the board. That's it. This old dead end cycle is over. This is complete. This is approved by the Most High God. Can't no demon or no devil stop that. These devils can peek their head up and try to make some type of toxic happen, try to happen, but they're gonna be fighting with themselves. It's gonna get mighty boring that you going back and forth with yourself. Cause ain't nobody checking for that toxic drama bull crap. Don't come over here with that bull crap. This is not even the frequency that you even could relate to. You're gonna be bored. Right away. These demons can't fly with us like that. You know, their negativity and their drama is all the way down here. We up here. Yeah. We're going to make these demons look very, very, very uncomfortable. You know, they're going to feel, they really are going to feel out of place. You know, they're going to feel like their mission is in vain. We've been elevated. They mad. Because they got to stay down here. They mad. You know, all I've been seeing was folks, funny faces all around me. Everywhere I go, you'll see. It is like, man, fix your face. Don't be mad, demon. Demons want to be mad at you because, you know, you didn't succumb, you know, and fall down to whatever they was bringing at you. You know, you made all these devils your footstool. Now they want to be mad at you. Yeah, in the community, yeah, they all, but thing is, it's just the funny faces. They can't do nothing. They know who you is. They know what it is. But all they want to do is just look at you all funny. Hey, be mad at yourself. Because didn't nobody tell you to try to attempt something that you have no knowledge of? That's a lesson there. Why are you trying to attempt something that you don't even know this girl? You don't even know this man. And then when they find out who you is, they mad. I've been laughing all day at these demons. Because all they've been doing was trying to argue. They've been trying to be an accuser. They've been trying to pick a fight. That nobody got time for that. That's some stuff y'all do in y'all low frequency community. That's what y'all do. High vibrational beings, we don't go back and forth, especially with a demon. Are you crazy? But didn't the Bible say you gotta flee from these demons? You know, like you can't even give them like your attention, like your energy. You can't even give them your energy. Why? When you know what they is, and you know they're trying to steal your energy, and you know they want some type of existence. They just want something. And you don't give that to them. Especially not right now. No. Please don't give it to them right now. This is your elevation moment. The Most High has already blew that horn. And your whole life is like, you know, like what did Kanye West say? Welcome to the new life. I'm not playing. Your whole new life is right now. Ma'am, sir. I can't make this up. That's why I appreciate the Most High, you know, having me, you know, come on to say messages, because it be on point. It be right when he tell me that's exactly what be taking place. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, the shift inheritance, yeah. Inheritance is coming. Everything. The stuff that the Most High waited, didn't want to give you, he about to give you that thing. And folks is mad. Demons are mad. Demons watch. When you watch when you go around folks, you gonna feel it. You're like, man, these demons are mad because they couldn't stop it. You still about to walk into it. They mad. They are big. They'll show it. They be so, you can feel the energy in the air, that negative energy that they have, you know, when you're around them. You feel it. And I laugh. I'm laughing like, I'm talking about like crying on the ground laughing. Right in their face. Why? Because what did you think? Like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, you know you wasn't going to get the best on your end. Like, you understand who you are? You know? Yeah, like they are the disgusting parasites that you want to like crunch with your foot, because it's crawling on the ground, and it's invading private property. You know, you be like, hold on, where's your shoe at? Where's the shoe at? You know, you be ready to get that thing up out of here. This is who they is. You know, and it's like I can't say that word, but it really disrupt them knowing that they can't stop you. You know, it really does. It does something on the inside to them that all they did, it didn't do anything. Like, it didn't affect you. Like, you're still, like, you going into that thing full throttle. You know, I'm talking about the Most High. He's like launching you. You know, like you get flinged. You know, like the little slingshot or whatever. He pulled you back all the way right there, all the way back here. And they sitting up here like, keep, look, she all the way back there, look, he all the way back there, right? And then the Most High just bing, and then you go, I'm telling you, you go flinging and swinging all the way to the front. And this is what these demons are looking at you like. Because remember, when you pull back a slingshot, you go back first, right? And they was keying like, oh yeah, look at him, look at her. She all the way back there, right? Only for the Most High to fling you back, just to fling you forward. Now they mad. They like, hold up. Nah, wait. And you was too late. You gone. The slingshot has taken off. You are gone. Sis, it's beyond you not, you know, you not being removed. You walking into some stuff. I can't say this enough. The Most High, he cut my whole routine. I'm talking about, I had a gig today. Like, I literally got dressed because I'm over here going down almost, 50, because I forgot I had took a nap and I didn't wake up in time. I said, oh, I had a little gig, right? I went down there. The whole place is shut down. Everybody's like, no, it's not going on today. That was the second time. I'm talking about like from a different thing that I had going on in my routine, right? It was shut down. And then I'm getting a phone call from somebody who said, hey, yeah, I'm going to be doing this. So, and then I was like, oh my God, I wrote down, in the notebook of, the Most High telling me to do that. And then off I go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like on some, that type of stuff. So I'm telling y'all, this is really celebration on 10. I'm not playing. I know y'all got more energy. It's something this morning why when I was working out, I had way more energy to work out than I had before. I'm like, man, I ain't never had this much energy. It was crazy. Then I went around and then it was a bunch of demons. They were just mad. Like their energy level was just like up here. Like they was fed up. Like, like one of them ugly looks. You know what I'm saying? I was like, ugh, these creatures are so just abomination. like, like you don't have to be mad. Y'all tried. Oh, well, do y'all want a hand clap? Woo! These demons tried. Is that what y'all want? Because you tried it? But why would you in your right mind really think that you was going to be one up with this divine one? I'm talking about that's connected to the God's given earth. Why would you think that you would actually have a chance with that? I mean, like, let's just talk. Like, in their heart, they really thought they would have the best of you. Like, you would really be the one that they conquered. You. Out of everybody on earth, you. That's how you know that these people are sellouts. These folks have sold their souls to this devil. Because there's no reason in your right mind to choose this person. Out of everybody on earth, you know how many people on earth? You gonna choose this one who you know? They know you. They looked at your stuff, your cautious records. They had witches and, warlocks in your family read you before you even got here at a young age. Ma'am, sir. They knew you and they chose you out of everybody. That's ignorant. Why? When you already know this person. This person, you know the amount of power within this individual, and you tried this one. Ma'am, sir. And then they mad. They up here mugging you, trying to fight you, trying to argue with you every day. You should be mad at yourself. Why would you try to come up against this one? That's how I know these is soulless beings. These are folks who sold out to the adversary, and their whole mission was to try to take you down without cost. Whatever that comes with it, they still had to do it. And it was a consequence if they didn't do it. So maybe they mad at that consequence that's about to take place. Mom, sir. Maybe they understand what's about to happen as you start elevating. They understand what's about to happen to them. Because remember, they tried to swap destinies with you, and they found out that that was not going to happen. Then they realized that they can't take you up out of here. They found out that very, very, very quickly. So now it's just them having to accept their fate, what they signed up for. So now they walking around here humiliated. And every time they see you, you know, they trying to assassinate your name. Folks ain't checking for that. Everybody know who you is. How you gonna try to talk about somebody whose name is already mentioned everywhere? So how you gonna do that? Yeah, they have no, I'm telling you guys, these folks who trying to hold back your stuff, they can't even hold back your stuff anymore. They can't, they're at a point where they got to give you back your stuff. This is what I was telling, this is why I came on here to let y'all know. Folks can't even hold on to your stuff no more. They can't even, remember, the old cycle is dead. Them trying to hold back all the things that you were going to get, they got to give you that. They got to give you that back. The cycle has ended. The folks that they tried to sign up to try to take you down and do this and do that, it's over. You too much of a beast. You handled all that. They couldn't. Remember, the Most High gives this adversary only the time, and that's it. He only give these devils a certain time. That's it. And once that time is up, this devil got to give back your stuff. Remember, you was considered. I'm not sure if y'all seen, you know, and they was playing with my live, and, you know, it was kind of like buffering, you know, but I still posted up on my YouTube channel. Okay? So you guys can go back and watch that, you know, watch it humbly, because it is like, you know, going in and out. But you could catch some information on there when I was telling you guys that the Most High considered you for this battle. Okay, you won. This is what this celebration is. I'll keep telling y'all, y'all won. You won. You got the victory. Okay, they tried everything according to you. They tried their whole devices, the whole, you know, cult, secret societies. They tried the target, the targeting and the programming and all this bull crap against you. That did not work. You still overcame it. This is why I say how big this thing is. I know a lot of you guys it ain't hit y'all yet, but it will. Y'all gonna be probably under like, oh, okay, I remember. Man, I get what you was talking about. Y'all gonna be like, yeah. It ain't hit y'all yet, but it's about to. I don't know, maybe maybe the Most High, he does some telepathic things according to me, you know, to where he showed me things of what he's doing, but this time is different. It's happening very quick. He let me know that, man, this thing is over. You already won. The stuff, I want you guys to understand that, so that, you know, when stuff start happening, you won't feel like, what's going on. You won't second guess what's going on. Like, why, you've been leaped into something totally different. Like, it's too much. Wait, hold up. You're going to be like, yeah, because you know now. You have the knowledge of, oh, this is taking place. This is actually happening. Yes. I can't express that enough. Somebody said it. It does. I'm telling you, when you know that what this adversary tried to do to you, you know this. It will hit you. You understand that this devil, he wanted your stuff. He wanted you. Like, he wanted your identity. He wanted your stuff. He wanted your legacy. He wanted your destiny. He wanted everything. And you bossed up. But you got to remember that the Most High considered you. Like, the Most High is not surprised that, how you came out of this thing. They the only people that's surprised. But the Most High not surprised because he know you. Hello? He knows you. He know what you capable of doing. But, this is the time that you go around these devils. Like, if they was to somewhat see you, let it be. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you thought? You thought you was that one? They sat there and really was like having a ball of thinking like, man, yeah, we gonna get this. We gonna get all this. And you failed to realize who this person was. I think you was blindsided. Like, maybe you were blinded. Like, I'm talking about on some Stevie Wonders type stuff. Where they couldn't see. Because now they shocked. They like, I didn't see this coming. I didn't see this coming. Yeah, because it's about to get real interesting. You about to see folks, you about to see these demons really come out. Like, the more and more you start, the Most High start elevating you, and you start getting all your stuff back, and you start, you going to start seeing these demons. You're going to start seeing the true side of them. I'm telling you. The more and more the Most High elevates you, and he return everything back to you, I'm telling you. Y'all might need security. Y'all might need security for real. Because they going to be bugged out. Like, for real. You're going to be like, bro, you really are. You really is, like, losing your mind. Like, for real, for real. Like, it's not that serious. This was going to happen anyway. Yeah, they're going to be tripping. They're already tripping right now. And you are walking in it. You're not even like actually, there and, but they can see that. These demons, they so nosy where they can see what you about to walk into. And they be mad at you before you even walk into it. They be mad. They just be sitting up there just, man, give you the evil eye the whole time. You be like, man, are you okay? Like, sitting up here just staring at somebody. Like, nice to meet you too. This is a celebration. A celebration. I'm telling you, we won the battle. Okay, and now these demons are mad. They losing their mind. They unhinged. They doing crazy old things outside of themselves because they signed up for something that they thought that they were going to get the victory in, and they found out that they lost. And you sitting up there with the victory. Everybody, so many people had their hands in on it. But they sold out to it. And now they got to sit back and watch you. And they unhappy. They're not happy. It really eats them up. And actually see you get ready for it too. Oh my gosh. They seeing you prepare for it. You ain't even walked in and actually went down the road. You up here preparing. And they already intense, like, they already like enraged. See what I'm saying? They was trying to break in. I'm telling you, y'all gotta have y'all cameras, ready, set, cameras by your cars, by your house, because I'm telling you, they mad. They already got the memo that they lost, and now they already happen to figure out, the consequences because they didn't take you down. Remember, they sold out to that. They like, you have to. This is what you have. You said you could do it. Because they said they could do it. I'm talking about by oath. Yeah, they like, I can do it. They was that confident. They was that confident. I'm talking about to where they put everything on the table like, I can do this. And then now they got a witness with cake all on their face that they couldn't. You way too powerful for these demons. They're not even the same bracket as you. You're way everything across the board, and you outrank them. It don't matter how many. It brings me back to the Bible with David. Remember David, he had took down 10,000. They're like, dang, this man took down 10,000. And they kept on saying it like, oh, David took down 10,000. And David took, you know what I'm saying, in the village. And they trying to figure out, and then everybody was all jealous. You know, all the other kings and the folks that were in high command. They was like, hold up, who is this? Who do you think he is? You know, folks supposed to be talking about me. Why are you talking about this shepherd boy who came out of nowhere talking about, you know, he took down 10,000? That's you. Yep. Yeah, you was signed up for it. You was signed up for that mission. You said demons jump into people. Yeah, that's all they do is use empty vessels. They use soulless vessels and they jump in. You know, they use them to keep jumping into them. Like basically hacking their device, hacking their vessel. And then gonna try to act like they can, you know, rise up against you. Are you crazy? You know how outranked you are? You are not in no type of bracket of even starting a war. Are you crazy? This is a celebration. The Most High has snapped and approved us of getting elevated. We got the victory. And now these demons around here are mad, like they upset. Cause the Most High is elevating us. Because there's nothing they had. Remember, they had a time to do whatever they were supposed to do according to you. They couldn't do it. So they got to take that L. And folks, they're not taking it well because they sold out to it. They had to do it. They had to get you up out of here. And they failed. So they know what's coming next to them. And they're around, you know, they're around you, you know, trying to make sure you see them as they mad. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care. Didn't nobody tell you to sign up? You should have abandoned mission a long time ago. Why would you stay in something that you know is not going to turn out well for you? You the idiot. You should be mad at yourself. You know, so if y'all see these demons around, you know, you laugh at them because they should understand how idiotic they are for signing up for something that they didn't even have no knowledge of. They were just given the offer and they was like, and it sounded well, and they took on the offer. They didn't understand what's about to come after if they didn't do it. If they couldn't do it, they didn't understand what's going to happen. So they mad at you. I'm talking about they trying to argue. They trying to fight. They trying to smear. And none of that crap is working. Folks is looking at them as if how they should be looked at. Like an idiot. Yeah, that hate took them over. It's like that jealousy was eating them up alive. To where they just kept going, kept going, kept going. And then they signed themselves over to it. So now, you're going to see these people. They're going to be trying to contact you if they ain't already. Because me, I got a voice message. I just delete. And I'm talking about steaming mad. They want you to say, you know, you give them any type of energy so that they can try to fight with you. I'm telling you, you just going right past these demons. Like, you have a nice day. Yeah, you have a good day. Because I am. Because I know I am. Oh, you said people make it sound so easy when you got kids with a person. It's not okay. It's not easy. The Most High will order your steps. The Most High will definitely order your steps when it comes down to that. Yeah, they feel the shift. They mad. They very angry. You're going to sense the energy. You're going to be like, oh, this demon mad. You know, they gonna go somewhere in their car. They gonna be in their car going crazy when they see you go past. They gonna be and you gonna be like, you should have never. And I be laughing. I don't make it no better because I be laughing. So I don't make it no better. But hey, why did you sign up for this, ma'am, sir? A lot of them ain't taking no shower. They ain't brushing their teeth. They ain't washing their face. They ain't cleaning up. They not even picking up their kids in time. You know, they ain't forgot about their kids. These folks is going crazy off the fact that they couldn't take you down. And you about to go and walk in there as if you ain't been touched. I'm telling y'all, I'm giving you guys the tea on behind the scenes of how these folks is. These folks is disturbed. They not doing well. They not doing well at all. When they could have been doing well. But they decided to, hey, they play the game with you. Yeah, definitely got to stand in your power. But yeah, this is a celebration of those who just came on board. This is the celebration. You know, I'm not sure if you guys had followed my videos, but there was a whole battle that you was in. According to a cult organization, according to witches and warlocks, maybe of your kin, in your neighborhood organization, maybe even in your work association. They all was in line and they had one thing in mind, and it's to take you down, ma'am, sir. But what happened was a whole turnaround to where you end up stepping on all these heads and you just swinging this flag around as if you won some type of victory, ma'am, sir. Now the Most High, he's promoting you and he's putting you out there as if you won some type of victory. And everybody's mad. So every time you go around, folks, they giving you the evil eye. Because that was not supposed to happen according to you. You was to be somewhere maybe out of here. You wasn't supposed to be around flagging as if you got the victory in front of your enemies. They tried their best, y'all. I had to come on here and I had to ish on them because they really tried their best. I mean, they came up with an organized association according to your head. They was so organized with it, they thought this is gonna work, and if this don't work, this is gonna work, and then we got a line up here, and then we got another line up here, and then we got this line up here, and it's like you still here, still getting the victory, still walking down the red carpet as if taking everything that's yours. This is what we do every lifetime. We do this every single lifetime. The Most High signed us up and say, hey, have you considered? And here we go sitting here like, and then everybody come, and then we start this battle, and everybody be all like, yeah, we about to get it. We about to get the victory. We got, you know, because you looking all humble. You looking like, kind of like David, how David looked. A lot of you guys have read David's story and how he looked. You know, he looked like a scrawny, you know, like, not a warrior, just like one of them that you can really like, I could take that. You know, that's how they came at you, like, yeah, I could take that. That's easy. That ain't nothing. You know, well, this is going to be real easy. What? This is what they was like. You know, I mean, the energy and how they felt. You know what I'm saying? And then to find out that you was one of the ones, like one of the top ones that the Most High was like hiding it. Like the Most High hid your whole, you know, real identity to these folks. Like, I don't know what identity the Most High had showed them, but that was not your identity. You are one of the high ranked warriors that the Most High always use every lifetime. You know you not new to this. That's how you did this so easy. Folks are trying to figure out, like, you didn't even go to the hospital? Like, did you even have a burn? They trying to examine you when they go past you every day, like, did anything happen? Like, did she get anything? Did he get anything? And we walking past as if, we refresh out the gym. We like walking around empowered more than ever. And they like, how? Nobody told us this. If they told us this about this person, I would have never signed my soul up for this. But that was the test. See, the adversary, he always tried to bombard you and give you this fruit. But it looks so good, but it's a bamboozlement. He never tell you the truth. He always makes something out to be of you could do it, but he sets you up for failure every single time. That's why you can't trust a snake. You cannot trust these snakes. These snakes will put you in a predicament that they know that is going to be. But in order to use you, sacrifice you for it, they would do that. So a lot of these folks who try to come at you, the enemy sacrificed them. That's all the enemy did, was sacrifice them. The enemy, them op folks, they knew who you was. They knew that them folks had no chances of actually even touching you. So they just been sacrificed. And now they feel some type of way like it's your fault. No, it's your fault, ma'am, sir. You should never took, that offer. You should never bit that fruit. You should have never bit the fruit. And then you looking so, you was looking so well of being overtaken by looks. That's what's wrong with folks. They always going off of looks. Looks could be deceiving. That's why the Most High used us, because we look like somebody that folks would think that they could take over. Look back into your ancestors in biblical days. Everybody that the Most High put in alignment, they were mocking. They was ha. What? This is gonna be a easy. This gonna be what? This is crazy. We put him. That's all y'all got. You see what's going on? History keeps repeating itself with these devils. They still not understanding. You should be weary when the Most High considers somebody. I'd be like, hold up, you considered? I don't know who that man is. I don't know who that girl is. Don't try to set me up. You saying you considered. I could see if you were just like pointing, you considered, like you speaking highly of. Hold up. I'm going to have to fall back and try. I have to really think this over. But they looking at you from afar like, yeah, sign me up. That person had that. Look at that. Easy. Not knowing that, ooh, you should have never stepped in that lion's den. Do you not understand? This person do this when they sleep. I'm talking about you be up there just 50 battles knocked. When you sleep, you wake up sweating. You be like, man, I knew I had when it got in the battle. You don't even second guess the battle. This is what you do. That's it. It's battle. Remember David? He was like, man, I don't know nothing else but battling. At one point, he was like, this is what I do. And it's like, that's the same thing with us. But when they, I'm telling you, when they meet us, and we so sweet and kind and, nurturing and, so respectful and caring and have mannerisms as yes, ma'am, yes, sir, and how you doing, greeting people and having all that. They like, oh, this is easy. This person, man, I could sign me up. Her, him, sign me up. Easy get out. We could easily get this person out. And they failed to realize, I'm talking about horribly. Man, they chose you. The Most High, like, watch it eating popcorn and stuff. Just eating popcorn, watching, just sitting back. This is what the Most High doing. Just sitting back watching the show like, oof, yes. You know what I'm saying? Because he already know what's about to go down. According to you. He like, here we go again. Right when he consider you and this devil come and this sellout comes selling out, talking about they can do it. I'll do it. I'll do the job. And they see one by one get knocked down. I'm talking about like clockwork. Just clockwork, right? Everybody just falling, right? And then a new lineup of sellouts will come in like, I just met her yesterday. I just met him yesterday. I can do it. All these sellouts. And you going around like, didn't you learn from this one? But then you didn't understand that that's a whole new lineup. That's somewhere far from who knows where they coming from. They don't know the people that you had just already gave a lesson to. So the Most High just sitting back while you just shutting down, closing down shop on everybody. And everybody feel like they got bamboozled. They like, somebody lied to me. Because somebody ain't keeping it real of us, of telling us who this person actually is. Because I now felt like I got set up. This is what they was talking about. Like I'm talking about in the middle of the battle. You know, the cults, in the little cult associations, folks were trying to, you know, was talking amongst each other like, I feel like I got set up. Somebody wasn't keeping it real of who this person was. Because y'all up here kikiing about, you know, this is who this person is. That's false. Because ain't no way a person that's of this stature can do what they've been constantly doing. And it was a setup from the Most High God. Remember, there's always a battle between good and evil. You know, this devil will come in, the Most High will consider. Remember, Most High already have his people. He just considering. This devil got to go out and find sellouts. That's who's going to actually do it. The Most High like, man, I ain't never changed my people. My people stay here. They on they seat. We chilling. And the Most High just considering. You guys got to understand that. You getting a knock on your door like, hey, I just considered you. This is what it's saying. This is what is going on. We've already been in battle already, right? But the Most High, as he consider us, we was already sitting on our chair. He never switched up his team. Remember, these devil, he got to search for his because he keep on trying to go against us. But you know what happened. And then he got to find, okay, what's the next, like one of them, you know, fiend heads. Like, okay, who's gonna sell? I gotta go to this person. And he over there hunting down people from the streets and around the earth to see who gonna sell out to try to get in battle with you. Most High sitting up there like, I already considered. So you can go ahead and find whoever you want to find, but I already considered this one. So when you got a one, you could come back. This is what he been doing. I gotta tell y'all that way so y'all can understand it. Because y'all know y'all been in and y'all try to figure out who's all these people. Because y'all been in 1 year, went to battle with a man. What was it? Probably over 200 people. You probably had battles with over 200 people. You were trying to figure out where all these people coming from. And this is what you do. And now they over here talking about, you know, you some type of a demon, or you cold-hearted. They're around here talking about you cold-hearted and you demon and you this and you that just because you didn't win. Why can't you just take your L gracefully? Why you gotta talk all down as if you tried, but you lost? Don't add nothing else to it. Just walk away gracefully. You ain't gotta talk behind nobody else's back. Just walk away gracefully. Take your L and walk away gracefully. You tried, okay? We're gonna give you that. But that wasn't enough. You still got sat down. In the worst way. I'm talking about these folks, they is nothing to you. These demons, they're going to end up learning their place when it comes down to you. They have to. And this is what's happening. They're mad that they have to. Can't you believe that? These folks is mad because they got to. And we, again, the Most High, okay, he do use us as bait. And you do this every lifetime. Like I said before, this is not the same rodeo. You come here and you do this every lifetime. That's why, you know, some folks, they remember your spirit. Like some people be like, you remind me. Or have I met you before? You probably have. You probably did. You probably have. Because it's an old soul, old spirit that's been rumbling around the earth for many years. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, like, this is a celebration. I feel so good. Like, I might have to, yeah, they are. He said every knee shall bow. Every knee. He ain't playing about that. They're going to bow. No matter what. They're going to respect you no matter what. And the only way you can get the respect from demons is battle. All they know is war. And hey, come in the ring, please. And that's what you did. Took witches and warlocks and wizards and narcissists and all these parasites. You was dropping them like crazy. Folks didn't even really know who you was. Some folks was mad because they felt like they got set up. They like, somebody didn't tell us about who this person was. I feel as though somebody really sacrificed me. That's what they saying. They've been saying. They like, man, somebody tried to sacrifice me. When they were trying to sacrifice you, this devil sacrificed all of them. I'm not even playing. This is hilarious. This is funny. Uh-huh. It says, don't care what they... Yeah. They know like I say, that stuff, the stuff that they come up with, that could affect somebody else. But you on a whole different level, ma'am, sir. We all on different levels here. But for some reason, they chose you who stand at a higher ranking. Like you're in a higher bracket. Like I'm telling you, like, I be having to calm down when I'm speaking to other people, because the Most High was like, hey, you know, this person, it is hard for this person because, you know, the different levels that you are on. So you might kind of want to, like, you know, pump your brakes when you're talking to other people, because you don't know what type of level they on and what they can sustain according to attacks and stuff, you know? And I was like, whoa, you are right about that. Because remember, we are on a very high level, you guys. Some of you guys know what type of level you on. You know, the Most High may have showed you know, you may have put you to a predicament where you had to see yourself like that, because you start seeing like, oh no, this ain't normal. How did I get through that? Like, how did I get through that? Like, that's not something that somebody can get through. But how did I do that? And then you start realizing that, oh, okay, this is what type of level I'm on. You know? Yeah, like you mastered a lot of things, you know, and it doesn't fade you. But some people didn't master that. So we got to stay humble when we're talking to other, you know, brothers and sisters. Because sometimes I get off my head because I'm like, man, we were just going mastering all type of stuff. And I'm talking about stuff from a past life as well. You know, we were like, you know, mastered, like a mastermind, just, you know, figuring out stuff. Figuring out, you know, what's going on over there and what we got. There is no match. The levels is totally off. Folks is like trying to test you, but once again, you don't look like that. You don't look what level you on and what ranking you at. You don't look like it. So you make people feel like they have the authority, they got the audacity to try you, because you just don't. You like David. I gotta say it again. Like how, Saul in the whole David thing situation, how, Saul he was skeptical of putting him on the battle. He was like, I'm ready. I was fighting lions and tigers and bears and all these things out here. He was like, nah, I don't see you as, you look like a little boy, like downplaying him. And didn't that man just tell you he just got done fighting tigers and bears and snakes and all this bull crap? He just came from the thing. He came from war. He came from war. Folks was still like, nah, He had to show them. He went into battle. The battle ended so fast. He was like, whoa. It's like, this is what they do to us. It's like, this is why folks is looking at us like they feel like they got sacrificed. Because they feel as though folks knew about you and they signed and they tried to, make it where, you was something that you wasn't, trying to downplay you so that they can get caught up in the crossfire to where in their end is their end. You get what I'm saying? And it's like the Most High, that's the Most High's work. He set that up. He considered you. And he already knew that they was going to look at you like, nah, that's easy. That's easy work. That's easy work. He all nice and all humbled and all, yeah. He won't even see it coming. She won't even see it coming. We read you when you first came in our energy, ma'am, sir. We already knew how to handle you. Do you forget that we read energy? We know when something's up. When something's suspicious. When you off. You got some tensions. You got some motives to you. It's all through your energy. So you know what we did? We went home and we prepared for that battle because we already knew that's what was coming. So we just got ready because we already knew that you got elected for us to battle. We know good energy from bad energy. We so far like advanced in this stuff, like they can't mess with us. According to manipulation, you cannot manipulate somebody who can read through the BS. It don't matter how you come in, we're going to read that thing down. There is no mask on. Like, oh, I can just act like this and then, she won't know, he won't know. You crazy. Yeah, we just know that. It's just an all-knowing, it's a gift. It's a discernment that we have where we know that person is not well with me. You know what I'm saying? Like that person has some type of, I can feel that person got a problem with me. Or on a mission, to, you know how Christ felt like Judas, when it was like a big old party and everybody was cleaning up and how he put his plate over there and then Judas had put his plate by his. You know what I'm saying? When he specifically asked him, don't nobody put their plate by mine. He oversized him up and said, nah, I can put my plate wherever I want to. You get what I'm saying? This is the stuff that people do to you that you know that, hey, you going to be that problem. You came. Just the adversary sent you. Because it seems like every time I put something out on the table, you put yours out. Every time I say something about me, you got to say something about you. Every time somebody give me a compliment, you got to size up like, oh, that ain't all like that. Because it's always something that you will catch. You will always catch that in a person that the adversary sent. And they don't even be trying to do it, but it's in them. It's in them to double cross you because that's what they were sent to do. You said my birthday was on the 10th and I wasn't. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. But no demon gonna celebrate you. They not gonna celebrate you. You might have to do the celebrating. You gotta initiate your own celebration. They not gonna celebrate you at all. If you looking for Yeah, they not gonna celebrate you. No demon. They looking for your downfall. They not going to do it. Matter of fact, and if you do celebrate your B-Day, they'll have theirs. They'll be like, yeah, they'll try to put theirs with yours. You know? I'm telling you, if they do attend, they'll put their name right by yours. Like, yeah, you ain't getting all this. That's crazy. Yeah, these demons, I'm telling you, they got all type of setups. They got all type of traps. You know, but we too smart. It's like an annoying thing that when they trying to set something up that try to bamboozle you, you know it. It's like the Most High gave you a gift, like, nah, you might want to check on that. You know? Like, you might want to do your research and examine this thing. Because this ain't it. It's an all-knowing. It's like a radar that just is loud, too. It's very loud. And it keeps, every time this person or whatever comes, it's like still there. It's like, you not seeing this for what it is? This is what it is. It makes you want to investigate them. Like, who is this? For real, though. Because I'm getting all type of red flags. Yeah. Definitely. If you guys have kids by these narcissists, so-called demons, go and get you a DNA. Please go get you a DNA. You know, go get a DNA. Make sure that that's yours. Because they will lie. They don't have no problem lying on your name. They do that on the daily. You have been and took care of a whole tribe that ain't even yours. And they already knew that wasn't yours. But they chose you. These demons always choosing, for some reason, coming for us. But again, they sold out to it. Yeah, don't get caught. Yeah, exactly. Especially when you got an intuition. You know, it's like, man, this is not mine. You know what I'm saying? No. It's a deep knowing. And now it's just time for you to now investigate it. You know, investigators, they always be having motives when they come at you. They be having this whole motive set before they even come at you. They like, well, he'll buy it, she'll buy it. No, the freak not. The devil is a liar. Yeah, they be lying. They are a bunch of liars. But then again, if you don't examine them and you don't expose them, see, we here to that we got that light, you know what I'm saying? We got to shine that light on these demons. So if the Most High is, you know, asking you and telling you, you know, by giving you that inner feeling, inner intuition, you got to go and investigate that. That ain't right. You got to go and investigate it. You can't let that stuff slide. No. We going to get to the bottom of this, demon. You're not about to use me for your glory. I'm trying to capitalize on whatever you got going on. I'm not here. You're not here to chauffeur a demon or help them. They trying to use you, trying to sacrifice you so that you can help them on some choice that they made that was wrong. They're like, if I can use him, I can use her. The devil is a lie. Don't let these demons use you. You know? Don't do it. That's why the Most High gave you gifts. The Most High gave you them gifts for a reason. You know something, you move on what you know. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, see, we too advanced. We too advanced to be, you know, getting trapped, you know, because this is all this devil do. If he cannot try to destiny swap with you, he'll try to trap you. Those are only the two motives that he have for the Most High's people. He like, man, if I can't get, you know, swap with her or swap with him, I gotta get them trapped. So he'll send one of his to try to trap you. And you gotta be, you smarter, you understand, you're way smarter than them. You're way more advanced than them. You said advanced people be surrounded by low energy. Not me. Not, I can't do that. I can't do that. My energy start getting affected when I'm around low energy people. I really be ready to get out of myself. I'm like, nah, I gotta go. I start getting irritated. You starting to take me out of me. I gotta get away from you. I tried that. I can't do it. I can't be around them. I start getting aggravated. And then, I start, just a stare will make me, you know what I'm saying, all the way up here, get turned up. So I'm like, no, I can't be around them. I cannot. Because they so in low, and it affects your energy. You be on 10 and you trying to figure out why, but it's just they just too low. It's not a nice atmosphere to dwell in. It's very uncomfortable. You got to get away from them. I'm talking about even if they even in the other room. It's like you in this room and they in the whole nother room. You can still feel it though. Like you can still feel the unpleasantness. You be like, what is that? Like, dang, they already across the room. And I can still feel it. It's still affecting me. Because you still in that atmosphere. I'm telling you, they ain't got to be right next to you. I'm telling you, they can be right there next door neighbor. You could still feel it. It's like, these people, this is crazy. And you could cleanse your home or wherever you stay at. That's why I like the mobile thing. You know what I'm saying? I like me being adventurous in the earth. People be like, why can't you just, stay in one place? Only way that I can probably stay in a place if I go out and build. Hold on, you guys. I would have to go build out in the middle of like the country or somewhere. I would literally have to build out somewhere, my place in the country, like in a big old land area, where it's connected to like water and trees and all type of stuff, living things. That's where I would dwell. But right now, I'm just going to visit the earth. I'm just going to be visiting the earth, and staying, in different spots, however I feel. Or whatever vineyard place that I want to, that's where I'm going to be. And we're going to go like that. Because I got to be around living things, like living earthly things. That helps my spirit. That helps with my energy and things and balance me. This will, I can't say that word, but this will slowly, put us down to rest when we have to be around. I can't do that. I can't. I can't be in a neighborhood around low, vibration folks or, in a work environment, like surrounded in my energies being attacked by all this low. I can't do that. That's torment. That's torture. That's torture. I'm not going to do that. I can't do that. I don't know about y'all, but, I can't do that. So, yeah, exactly. That's why, sunflower, nature. I have to live like this. I don't see it no other way. Like I said, if I was to live in a home, it would have to be literally somewhere in a land that's by water and by an area filled with trees and plants and grass and dirt. Most definitely. It has to be. And if it's not, then I will have to do what I do. Far as of being exploring the earth. I live best doing that. I stay, everything is just so balanced and so calm. And this is what these devils don't want you to do. They want you disconnected to them and trapped up with all their negative energy. And, you have to fight their demons every day. And you got to feel all this negative vibes to you. That's torture. And then you putting your animals to it too. The animals be looking at you like, man, like what's going on? Like, I don't like this. Sometimes your animals, like if you have a dog or a cat or just something, they'll be looking at you like, man, you don't feel this? Like I don't like this. if you was programmed to the system, you would feel like you have to deal with that. Like you would actually try to make yourself submit to that. And it's like, no, bro, I'm not programmed. I don't have to submit to that. I'm not going to. That's not a part of me. That's not a part of, something that I can live in as far as conditions. No. That's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to, because I don't have to. Some folks could. And I don't know if you're a divine one and you a high vibrational one. I don't see you doing that. I don't. And then you got to do that, endure that until the rest of until you, no. Yeah, they definitely stole the land, but you don't have to bow down, to the conditions of the slave mentality that they want you to go by. No, that's not what you go by. You don't have to fall under that system. No, we here to break that. You gonna see me everywhere. Freely. I'm a free woman. In the land of my oppressors. I'm free. Why? Because I choose not to fall under that. I choose not to fall under, them regulations of trying to enslave a person. That's not cool. And a lot of people, when they do wake up, they'll realize that, man, I was in slavery. I was the whole category of your life. It's like you would not choose. If you had the opportunity to choose, you would not choose that. That's how you know you in slavery. You wake up and be like, I would have never chose this. I would have never chose this. You in slavery, ma'am, sir. That's slavery. If you could look at your life and be like, I would have never choose none of this. Wink, wink. Ding, 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 ding. You under the slave system. You a bondman. You a bondwoman. I chose not to. No. I'm free. The Most High said, you free. So that's how I'm living like. I'm not doing that. I'm not under that. No. You're not about to entrap me. Especially a high vibrational one. They want one of us. They can energy harvest off us any chance they get. No. You're not about to energy harvest me. I don't even want you, wanting to give my time away. And then you trying to harvest my energy too? No. I'm not doing that. That's not good. And if everybody did that, man, we wouldn't even have a problem today. You know what I'm saying? If everybody got awakened to what's happening, what's happening to them. Yeah, that's why we hunt it down. Because they want the high vibrational ones. But we not succumbing to that, though. You got to actually have us as a slave person. We're not falling for that. No. I'm not about to be your slave, ma'am, sir. No. I'm not even built that way. Like in our conditions, the way, that the Most High built us, we're not built for that, to be a slave. We're not built for that. Some folks, they got to come out of the slave mentality. We're not even in that mentality. Ma'am, sir, we broke out of that a long time ago. We knew what was happening to us. We were, you don't get it twisted. At one point, we had a slave mentality where we were going and we were doing it, and we were running ourselves to the dang hospital because we thought we had to keep doing that. No. We felt when once we start waking up, we said, hey, we gotta create. I gotta create my whatever, however I want to live. Because it's not given. That's why the Most High said, man, you are a creator like me. You gotta create your stuff. Because you ain't gonna get it out here. This is a system that's ran a certain way. If you want it, create it. This is what I've been doing. Because this is the only way you're gonna be free. If you create. Other than that, you looking for it being as it is promoted in a systematic way, how they want it, bondman and bondwomen, you would always be a slave. This is what we're supposed to wake up to. Yeah. really got to use your mind, and you got to wake up to what's taking place. Folks be thinking like, oh, you know, they be so happy not knowing that you a slave. How are you happy when you gotta deal with the systematic ways all day, every day? Not one day you have of being free. Folks be scared. They be like, no, I have to, because they be crying, panicking. It's like, dude, you not know that you a slave? I know you tired every day. You got to deal with the same old systematic ways, and they stealing your energy, and you going around and around the systematic ways. I'm talking about like a merry-go-round. Going around and around in circles, and they be happy. They can like, you know, be happy being a slave. Y'all know, y'all seen that movie, them slavery movies. Some of them was happy being a slave. And then you got the other side of folks that was running like, I want to be free. That's us. We like, no, I am not built to be no dang slave. I'm sorry, I'm not. I am not, bro. I can't even do it. I'm talking about even when I was in, you know, those, the system, right? I wasn't doing nothing. Like, I would go there and I would specifically not do nothing. I'm like, every time they'll be talking to me about the same old thing, and I'll be letting them know that as long as you got me here, I'm not doing nothing. So, you might want to go find you a new slave. You might want to find you a new slave, ma'am, sir, because I'm not a candidate. I'm sorry. I can't even make myself do that, man. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I got to create. I'm better off creating. You know, I'm talking about creating. Voila, and manifesting. That's my thing, because I can't do that. That ain't going to work for me, man. And a lot of you divine ones, you guys awaken to that too. That's not going to be you. You know, like you have tried it and you awaken to who you is. You know, that's not your category. Your category is to be a creator and to create, you know. Yeah. And I would say don't allow nobody to even talk you out of, you know, how you create your life to be. If you want to live your life free, you know, don't even allow nobody to, you know, stop you from living like that as well. You know, because you're going to have folks trying to get you back into the system and try to make it seem like, you know, you shouldn't be doing this and you shouldn't be doing that. No, I said I'm about to be free. I said I'm a free woman. I'm a free man. If you want to be a slave, go ahead and do that. I'm not stopping you from being that. So why are you trying to stop me from being a free woman? That's ridiculous. I'm not going to change my mind, ma'am, sir. It is what it is. I choose this because I can't be a slave. I can't even say I have a choice at this point, because that's just something I can't do. You know? They see you every day. You got all this time in your hands. You sitting up there eating grapes, and you know, you spreading the word of God. You cherishing the trees and the animals and, you know, every living thing on earth. That's what we do this. And then we have built our home. Well, however we want to build it, we built it. And we free. You know, you have built some type of income. You have built, you know, your living situation. You know, you got to depend on your creativity, because you cannot depend on the system, because you know what they gonna do to you. They gonna put you, they'll give you a number, and they gonna have you clock in as being a slave. If you run there, you know what it is, ma'am, sir. That's what they're going to do. Not to say that you know, you can't, don't depend on it, like as you trying to, I guess, get your feet wet or whatever. You can do whatever you want to do, but I'm saying, like, don't be making it, branding yourself as that's it. You know, as that's this, I'm just gonna be a slave into the, that's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. You know, and I feel as though the Most High, he's gonna wake up the people that's supposed to wake up according to, you know, his will. To get up out of that. Because that's just crazy. Especially for your children as well. Your children don't want to do that bull crap either. You know, that's hell. They're gonna be complaining to you every day. Mom, Dad, I gotta do this and I gotta do that, and my back hurt, I'm tired. You don't want that for your kid. Yeah, that's what you all see there. When you go there, that's all you see is NPCs. You go there to the, up there at the job place, they all around everywhere. You like, man, I know this is not for me. That's all you see up in there. All day, every day. You be like, man, you still here? Did you even go home yet? Nah, not even go home yet. I took on another shift. This is like my third shift. They're over there smelling, stinking. Ain't even brushed their teeth. Ain't even took a shower. Ain't did nothing. Don't even care. It's like, ugh. And you got, just crazy. I'm like, you can't be here, man. You like, I can't do this. I don't know. I gotta create, man. I gotta come up with something. I gotta create, figure something out. Because I know I'm intelligent. I know I'm advanced with, you know, creating. I gotta start creating. This ain't gonna work. This is not my life. You'll be second guessing and why you here. Because you assigned yourself up for the program, for the system. You know that, yeah, you know you're not a robot. You're not one of them NPCs. You can't do that. You can't do that systematic stuff. You actually are a real soul human being. You know, spiritual too. You're a spiritual being, but you're a human. You're a real one. You got to do real things. That's fake. That's robotic stuff. They make that system for robots. That's why you find it hard to do. You be like, how do you folks doing that? Because they program. They program to do it. You be like, dang, I know how she just doing that. How he just doing that? And then I can't even do it for an hour. After an hour, I'm like, because they actually was made to do that. You wasn't made to do that. You weren't even created to do that. That is so out of yourself. I remember I used to sit in the parking lot some days. I'd be like, man, I can't even get out my car. You know, the manager used to come to the parking lot and be like, hey, are you clocking in? I'd be like, I don't know. I can't even get out. I can't even get out my car. I used to sit there and be like, whoa, I can't. My energy was just keeping me in the car. Yeah, they be thinking, yeah, and they really be the slave. It be like you can't possibly be hating on somebody who is having all this free time. And you up there just working all day, every day. And then come back, they get out mad, angry. And you been had a whole day just living it up as a free man. Just living, just, you know. And they mad. They be trying to put rain in your parade and try to downplay what you created. You were like, man, you could create the same thing. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that. Because think about it. Just the money that they giving you, you can't, I mean, what, you going to take, what, a 1 week vacation? That's not enough. And then it's like, you never at your house. You paying all that money. It don't matter how big your house is. You never there. You constantly got to get out your bed Monday through Friday. You is never there at home. And then it's like they only give you a certain amount of to take days off. And then they wanna talk down on you about that. You take one day, they'll take you off take your schedule off. Take your name off the schedule. Just because you took one day off. I can't enjoy myself for one day, so you're gonna try to jot down my time? Now you telling me that ain't slavery? That is slavery. You are a slave man. You are a slave woman. They controlling the time that you have to yourself. Man, I remember one lady had raised her hand because she got to go to the bathroom. And they was always wondering why I just leave. I'm like, man, because I got to go to the bathroom. I'm not going to tell me as a grown woman that I got to go to the bathroom. I'm walking out. So if you see me walking out, it's because I'm going to the bathroom. I'm not doing that. This is crazy. But remember how they condition you in school too? Remember how when you was in school, you had to raise your hand to go to the bathroom? Now they trying to get you to do them same old things as you was when you was in school and actually in elementary. You really feel like an elementary a student. It take you back to the days when you actually had to raise your hand to go to the bathroom. I see grown folks, I'm talking about 60 years old. They was in the job place raising their hand because they had to go to the bathroom. Are you crazy? Are you good? I'm walking out. Them folks thought they was talking about me behind my back because the way I was moving in there. You know, I never checked in with nobody when it was time for me to do some adult activity, far as using the bathroom. You know, but if I had to go to my car because I forgot something, I would just go to my car. I'm not telling you that I have to go get some on my own car. I got a badge. I know how to get back in. It's just weird. The way it was set up, it was just moving me the wrong way. You know, I was so tired of how they set that thing up. You know, they wanted to have authority over your whole self-being, as if they your father, as if literally they your mother. You know? Yeah, whole control movement. Like, it was just, I couldn't do it. I'm like, no, I can't do this. I cannot. No, this is too much for me. This is crossing all type of boundaries with me. I don't feel like I have any privacy. I got to tell you every little thing. Well, how long is it going to take you to do it? How long is it going to take? You know, no. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. Some people could. I couldn't. I was not the one that could do that. You know, I'll be out there on the strike, out in the front. I'll be up there with the sign on the strike. That is definitely a programming. Because you got to literally be programmed for that. You can't just do that. I don't care what nobody say. You got to be programmed. Because you don't feel defensive, you know, of the whole, the system, how they set that up. You got to be programmed. If you don't feel no type of way, you know, and you going with the flow. You can't possibly go with the flow. That's too much. That's too much control. I seen folks getting fired because they had to attend to their kid at school and they had to leave, and the lady was trying to tell her, you know, some manager or whatever, that she had to go see about her kid. And she said, ma'am, if you leave that door, don't worry about coming back. The audacity. Like, she thought she really had control over that lady. The fact that she got to attend to her kid, and she trying to threaten her of, if she leave, don't mind coming back. Just don't mind coming back. No matter how much work she put into that company, you about to tell her don't mind coming back because she got to attend to her kid? This is what I be talking about. That's why I'm not a candidate for this. I'm not a candidate for the system. I'm not a system kid or a system adult. That's why the Most High called us out. He said, man, come out of her. Come out. Come out. That ain't for you. That's not meant for you. I didn't listen, but then I start waking up to the fact that, oh, yeah, I'm actually a slave. I'm in slavery. And I left, you know, and I started creating more. I start getting into my creative side. I'm talking about real fast, because that wasn't going to work for me. And then it's like the gigs out here that doesn't involve the system. That's when I start doing contract deals with, you know, outside of the system. You know, where you just show up and you do what you need to do and then you go right back home. I like that. Whatever you want, the adversary like, okay, you can have it, but you got to sell out to it. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not about to sell out to that. What's meant for me is what's meant for me. That means that I don't have to sell out to it if it was meant for me. We got to go back to that. We got to go back to the laws of nature. Let's get back to the actual things that is going to come based off of if it's for you. Life will be so much better. But folks is willing to sell out to it and be a slave to it. That's on them. But eventually they will get tired of that. They'll realize, man, that ain't even worth it. That ain't even worth the hassle. But if they program to it, they gonna do it regardless anyway. MK Ultra, it sure is. A lot of folks is under a bunch of spells down here. You know, and then when they see you, they be like, just something a sight to see. Like, why you ain't in this? Why you ain't doing this? Because I like to be free. I just told you that. I do not want to be a computer-based system. Or under a computer-based system where I'm the device. I don't want to be that. I don't want to do that. That's all you see. If you look back, that's all you see all day, every day. People going to and fro. The system. They get no rest. Folks have bags under their eyes all the way down to here. Looking crazy. Like, did you get any sleep? No. I ain't getting no sleep. Matter of fact, I only got like 2 hours to my name right now. That is crazy. I got 2 hours. Then I got to rush back. Got the shirt all on backwards. Can't even put on the other sock. They got you just running. That's not good. I said fruits of our labor. Exactly. I ain't doing nothing. We in the land that was given to us, man. I'm not doing nothing.